Well, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss Creates, my little YouTube channel all about cross stitch and art and crafts and knitting and crochet and embroidery and anything else I choose to get up to this week. So it has been a while. It's been a very busy few months with so many different things going on. As you can see, we did celebrate the coronation and Eurovision. And we're probably going to celebrate that for quite some time because we quite like just having the flags up. So yeah, it's been a busy one. So today's video is going to be pretty much all about the Wrexham Stitching Retreat that I have just been on this last weekend. I'm going to just focus it solely on that, and in the next couple of weeks do a few other videos about other things that I've been getting up to. But because I had such a great time this weekend, a really lovely time at the Wrexham Stitching Retreat, I just thought, well, this is going to be dedicated to that and I can show you everything that I've been up to. So first things first, I'm going to split it into three parts. I'm going to show you my stitches that I got up to, all the stitching I did. Then I'm going to show you my haul, most importantly, and then I'm going to chat a little bit about the retreat in the end. I don't have a lot of camera space on my phone, so I'm probably going to stop it and start it a little bit in between each thing, and then I can just rearrange everything. But that's boring. Let's just talk about the whips. So throughout the space of the weekend, which was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I actually managed to touch upon 5 different projects, which is pretty good for me because I have not done a lot of stitching. I hold my hands up because I've had so many other things on. I have not done a lot of cross stitch, so I use this retreat as a really nice way of just pushing myself back into different projects. I actually took a lot of projects that I haven't given a lot of love at all to, and it was a really good idea actually because it made me work on them. It actually got me enjoying some of them, not all of them, and I actually saw some progress out of the end of it. So first things first, I took with me the Cross Stitch from the Heart book. Last year I started stitching upon this really lovely, oh, where am I? There we are. Pride chart, which is the most colourful, lovely chart, and ideally I'd like to stitch it for my school library and pop it up in the library because I just think it's really nice. It is taking me a while. I started it, I think, last summer when this book first came out. I kitted it all up, was really enthused, and then I think for me it's because it's just really hard to stitch from a book because you can't like attach it to a magnet or anything, and because I can't show you the chart because the charts are in colour. Like, you'd have to colour photocopy the chart, and that gets a bit pricey, doesn't it? So when you've paid for a book, you might as well use the book. And because it's quite a blocky pattern, I don't feel I need to cross anything off it either. So I thought, let's sit down, let's get some of this done. And oh, it's in the hoop. Let me de-hoop it. Oh. So before retreat, I had worked on this bit here. I'd started these musical notes. I was thinking I might finish this bit, but actually there's a lot of counting involved there, and I just knew that I'd mess it up because I'd be chatting to people. So instead, I stitched the word together. So I did most of that on Friday. Or I did the pink and the words on Friday of that, and then I did a little bit more on the Sunday morning. I did all the purple because it'd be really nice just to finish that word together. So yeah, this is it so far now. So I've done top to bottom, which is quite nice. And now when I got home last night from retreat, obviously I needed to do a bit more stitching. So I started upon this word here, which is going to say hope eventually. So I was so happy actually that I got that back out and did some work on it, because it is actually a really nice piece. It's just something that, because it's quite, I don't know, it must be the fact that I've got to work from a book and it's a bit hefty that's put me off working from it. So that is my first project. And then we didn't do much stitching really on the Friday because we went shopping, and that took quite a long time because of course it did. And while we were out, I decided to kit myself up a little new start for retreat, and absolutely fell in love with this. A honey of a frill it's called. Not quite sure what that means, a honey of a frill, but it's cute. And I got most of the called for colours. There was a few that they didn't have in the shops, but that was absolutely fine. I got the DMC alternatives, and I bought some really nice green fabric as well. And on Saturday I started this just after breakfast, so about 9:30, 10 o'clock ish, and finished it at about 6 o'clock that same day as well. So I absolutely love this. It's so cute how it's come out. So I'm gonna finish it in a dinky little hoop, I think. I've got a small one somewhere in one of my drawers, and what I fancy doing is painting the hoop and painting little sunflowers on it as well, just to keep with that theme. And if I can go on Etsy and get some sunflower ribbon or some bumblebee ribbon, then that would be like just super cute. So yeah, I've got a bit of a sunflower thing going on at the moment, just in life in general. So that was my start and finish. That was my success of the retreat, and I had such a lovely time doing that. It was just right to G me along and motivate me. Okay, so my next project I pulled out when I finished a honey, what's it called, a honey of a frill? A honey of a frill. I decided this hasn't had a lot of love. This is Cloud's Factory, Humans After All, which is absolutely no chance in you seeing that, I don't think, on my video. If you just Google Cloud's Factory Humans After All, you can have a look at it probably a bit more close up than my terrible video version. But it's basically lots of famous people throughout time. And I bought this to do for a friend of mine's little boy. Now he's just turned 2. I think I bought this when he was about 3 months old. He's just turned 2. He probably won't see this until he's about to start his GCSEs. I mean, speaking as an educator, it's not a bad learning resource, to be fair. But before retreat, I'd got that much done. At retreat, I got Shakespeare's Head done, and I just wasn't vibing it. I don't know why, I just wasn't feeling like working on this one. I think it's possibly because the chart is a bit of a pain. It's very, very small. The PDF didn't work or open, so you've got to like print it off, screenshots and things. It's a bit weird. So I think that is why it didn't bring me the joy. So I think for this, because I do want to get going at it, because it is for somebody else, it is a gift. I think it's going to be my July 30 day challenge. I think if I can pick that up every day, set my timer for 30 minutes, the same way I did with Dewdrops a couple of years ago, then, or was that last year, I can't remember. then I might actually get a bit of success, a bit of motivation, a little bit of movement every day. But, you know, I just didn't really do too much on it. But that's okay. And then Sunday morning, I was really unsure. On Sunday morning, I finished off my purple on the Together, on the Word, on the Emma Congdon. And it's a bit like, oh, I don't know what to do next. Because it's the last day, so you're sort of packing up a bit as well. So you don't want anything monstrous out. And then I brought this with me, which is the new Cross Stitcher magazine. It's the latest one, and it has got a very cute little summer sal, a little summer stitch along in it, which looks like that when it's finished. I think it's super cute. It's something really nice just to pop up on the wall, and I thought, oh, it's about time I actually caught up with the sal. So I started it, and I didn't get a load done, but I'm glad that I've started it. I did this tiny bit, and to be fair, there's a lot of counting, there's a lot of colour changing, and it just wasn't really what I needed for the morning. I just wanted something that I could just keep going out without having to put it down, cut it, get new threads out, change it. And so I thought, I'll start it, I'll do a tiny bit, and then I can work on it when I get back home, and I know that I'm accountable for starting it. So that was fine. And then for the rest of Sunday, so I didn't go home till about, my train was at 10 to 4, so I didn't need to pack up till 3 o'clock. So I basically had the whole of yesterday to get stitching. So I pulled out something, again, not a bit of a non-starter. Last year I was bedridden with the vid, and decided that'd be a really good thing to start stitching whilst I was on my deathbed. But of course, yeah, it was not. And I did a tiny bit of it, and actually I did take a before picture, so I could pop a little picture in round about now of where I was up to pre-retreat. And then I couldn't figure out what way up it was. I couldn't figure out what I'd actually stitched, which way it went, and it took myself and Gretchen ages just to sit there and try and fathom out what on earth I had done and what part of the chart it was. And once I figured it out, then I realised that there's this really, well, it's a bit laborious, but it was fine. Well, 10th stitch in 4 strands of charcoal to fill in some of the windows. I thought, that will keep me going this morning. So I achieved all that throughout the day, with lots of stopping and starting for chatting and drinks and things. But, you know, that's not bad going for, you know, half a day's work on quite a lot of counting in a piece. And I photocopied the chart, started marking it off, and just got myself into quite a nice rhythm with it. And yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress that I made on that in the end. Because yeah, it is quite a challenging little piece actually. I love these petites. I think they come up so pretty, and with all the different textures and blends. Like, to say that I'm using 4 count to do 10 stitch, you know, that's quite a novelty, isn't it? So yeah, that was my fun and games for the weekend. So yeah, 5 different five different projects, a start and a finish, and some fairly good progress on 2 of the other projects, I reckon. So yeah, I was super satisfied with everything that I got up to this weekend. So for this part of the video, I'm just going to pause it here so I can get my haul things sorted and delete some old things off my phone so I could actually get filming the haul. So I'll be back in a tick. Hello, I'm back. So's the king. We're here. We're ready to show you the next part of the video, of course, which is the haul. So, at the retreat, there was a de-stash table. So I had a little forage at people's wares to see if there's anything I fancied. I didn't buy too much. just because I knew that I was going to be spending loads in the shops anyway, so it's fine. I got some really cute little things. So one lady was destashing a pile of small kits. Now, as I do show up and stitch at the South Bank once a month, sometimes people come and they might have forgotten their stitching, or they might have finished a project, might need something else to do, or they might have come for the first time, or they might bring a friend and they've never really stitched before, or they've not done it in a long time. These are quite a good idea to keep with me when I go to those stitching events. So I picked up the little MacLeod. I've got this somewhere in my own stash. I picked up, this is cute, a little mouse in the woods, little doggy, summertime, and little Miss Chatterbox. So there's something for everybody there really. So I'm just going to keep those in my little pouch that I take with me to the show up and stitch events, and if somebody needs one, then they're welcome to use one. There is a show up and stitch event coming up on next I wish I could do Thursdays, next Sunday at the South Bank Centre from 12 till 4. If you fancy coming along, you're more than welcome to. It's in London at the South Bank Centre. You just need to turn up. There's no fee. We just all just casually sit down, stitch, go and get some nice food off the food market, or inside the building. If you don't want to buy food, you can bring your own food, and it's just a really nice casual little event. So you are welcome to come and join us if you fancy that. And then what else did I get from the destash table? The same lady was selling some vintage magazines. As you know, I'm a bit of a sucker for a vintage cross stitch magazine, so I got this really cute The Cross Stitcher from, oh, that's not actually this is from 2010. It looks like it's from about 1982, but no, 2010, which is really cute. It's got some nice little patterns in it. I didn't check that. I'm quite surprised. I thought it was like super old. This one is from 2002, so this is 21 years old, so it is a bit older. And it's an Americana special. I'm not sure what I'd actually stitch from this, but it's cute. Actually, no, there are some cats in it. That's a lie. There are some cute cats in it. But I quite like the style of it, and I just think when I've got my little craft room, that'll just look really nice on the shelf as well. And then the other one I got was a Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament Special. And some of the older ones have some really, really good ornaments in as well, because the older ones seem to have some of the more old school designers. Like this one's got Teresa Wentzler, Bent Creek, Shepherd's Bush. Oh, there's a Mirabilia. I didn't see that. Just Nan and Lizzie Kate. I'm intrigued now as to what the Mirabilia one is. I'm going to have a little flick. I know people get a bit annoyed when people just do things like this on cross stitch on floss tube videos, but I'm so intrigued. I'm going to have a quick look and see if I can find the Mirabilia pattern. And the answer to that is no is the answer to that. I don't think I can I can't find a Mirabilia in here unless it comes under Nora Corbett. How bizarre. Have I just completely missed it? Well, that's a bit strange. Nope. Oops. I missed a page. I cannot see a Mirabilia in there, which is super odd because it actually says it on the front, Mirabilia. Okay, well, bear with me. I'll have a look at that another time. interesting. So, also I got off the lovely Karen here I was sat with this snowflakes and snowdrops sampler by Stitches, which is really cute as well. And I just like that. That would make a really nice throw or something, or runner for a table, I don't know, but it's nice. So that was my de-stash. On Friday we hit both the shops. So we started off at Create Nostalgia, which both these shops, Create Nostalgia and Nimble Thimble, are absolutely in the middle of nowhere. Now I cannot drive a car for various reasons. Well, the fact that I just failed tests, that's the main reason. But yeah, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety and stuff involved. But yeah, I don't drive a car yet. Hopefully by the time I'm about 58, I can drive a car. But I'm not sure I would drive to these shops because the roads to get you there scare the absolute daylights out of me. Luckily, I was with a very competent driver to take me to these places. So thank you, Lisa, for getting me safely to these craft shops, even if we did take a while to find the second one because Google Maps and the sat nav were totally disagreeing with each other. But yeah, Create Nostalgia is in the middle of the Welsh hills, basically, in a little place called, it's got a really fun name actually. It's called Pontybodkin near Mold, and it's absolutely beautiful. The scenery is stunning. It's in this beautiful old stone house, and so that was the first shop we went to. So that's where I got most of my, well, I think, yeah, I spent more here than at the shop. Got a lot of my haul from here. So the first thing was the kit that I've already shown you, not the kit, the chart that I've already shown you, A Touch of a Frill, which I've started and finished already. Then I also picked up from there the music shop from the Hometown Holiday collection, which is really cute. As you may know, I used to be a musician once upon a time. I picked up Dear Tia. I like this one. I think that's super cute. I like all these little tea trays that are coming out everywhere. And I got the Foxwood Crossings mini village mini sleds, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So nice. There's a little cushion and there's 3 sleds, and then I didn't buy the sleds on the first day, and afterwards I was like, what a buffoon, I should have picked them up when I saw them. So the day after, somebody else was going back to Nimble Thimble and they picked me up 3 of these lovely little sleds that the stitches are going to go on. So hopefully I might have some new ornaments this Christmas. That would be a Christmas miracle. And then I also got from Create Nostalgia some different linens, because I'm a bit lacking in linens, and I keep getting all these lovely little charts. So that was 28 count lamb's wool, £4.20 for that nice piece. This one was £1.85 for quite a small piece of 32 count, and then I got a nice chunk of golden brown 28 count for about a £5. So that should see me through some nice projects. So that was all from Create Nostalgia, which was the first shop in Pontybodkin. And the second shop was about 20 miles or so away from the first shop. So it was a bit of a drive. We did have some interesting experiences with the sat-nav, but we made it. We got there. So all was well. And so Nimble Thimble is a bit bigger inside than Create Nostalgia, and it's set out like with all little armchairs and things, and she'd got a huge £1 basket. Now I'm a sucker for a bargain. So I raided the £1 basket savagely. So I have got quite a few things from there. There's a couple I cannot show you because they are presents for people, so I'm just going to whip those away. But I picked up from the £1 basket this cat collection, Romance, which I thought was quite cute. It's got cats on it. We all like a cat. They're funny looking cats, but it was £1. But maybe they'll stitch up nicer than they look on here, I'm not sure. I also got, speaking of cats, I think we might be getting a visitor. Yeah, I told you so. Hello. Oh, you can't quite see him. Marley, we can't see you today. There you are. Oh, you can see him. Of course you can. Look. And then I also picked up from the £1 a JBW Halloween alphabet, which was really cute. And maybe that was it. Maybe that's all I got from the... Yes, I did. And also... that was from the D-Stash as well. Little Sweet Nothings. I forgot about that one. That's really cute. That was from the D-Stash. And then I also picked up, back to my sunflower theme, Sunflowers Make Me Happy, which is absolutely adorable. I love that. And the Hand in Heart, a honey of a tiny town, which sort of complements the one that I've already stitched. It's from the same company. Has heart in hand, not hand in heart. Heart in hand, the clue's in the picture. So that's lovely. I absolutely love the sunflowers on this. Love all the colours, so I'm looking forward to stitching that one up. I don't know if I'll turn it into a drum or stretch it out onto a picture. Who knows? And then I picked up a couple of scraps of linen from the scrappy linen box. And that was a pretty successful little shop as well. So on the last day, I only went to the shops on the Friday. Some people returned to them. I didn't. I knew that I bought enough. I'd pretty much met my budget, so I was quite happy just to stay and stitch the rest of the time. Maybe if I go next year, I'll make a few visits. But a lot of the ladies on my table were planning on doing a Sal from Primrose Cottages, and I was thinking, ooh, shall I do it? I thought, yeah, let's do it. Let's join in. I'm rubbish at Sals, so I'll probably say I'll join in and do a little bit of it and then just fail. But because somebody else was going back to the shop to Create Nostalgia, I asked Lisa, Cross Stitch Midwife, to collect this for me, and so she did. And it's so cute. It's called Welcome to the North Pole. So you stitch a different segment of it every month. Now I'm going to be a bit behind because I'm going to have to wait until payday at the end of the month to pick up my fabric and pick up the specialty threads and things, but it's there waiting now, so I am looking forward to getting on with that, and it'll be really nice to join us out. So that is all my haul. That is everything I purchased, I think, during the weekend. So let's just talk about the retreat in general now, just because I think it's nice to give a bit of a update really about all the stuff we got up to. I barely took any pictures. I was planning on filming a mini vlog, but just decided that I was having too nice a time chatting with people and just hanging out and stitching. I just didn't want to be faffing with a camera as well. So yeah, it was just a lovely, lovely weekend. The hotel was the Ramada in Wrexham. I travelled up to Shrewsbury on the Thursday, stopped over at the in-laws for an evening, which meant that it was only about 40 minutes on the train on the Friday morning. So I got a nice early train on the Friday morning, about 8:20, and got to Wrexham about, I think it was about 9:03, and then I had to walk. I walked from the station to the hotel because it wasn't too far, and just thought it'd be well, I didn't know how easy it was going to be, but I walked and it wasn't too bad. It took me down a couple of interesting little back alleys, but I made it safely to the hotel, which was good. And got there about 9:30. So got my stitching out for a bit. When all the ladies on our table arrived, we decided it was time to go shopping. So we hit all the shops. The hotel itself was lovely, really, really nice. It was quite made for conferences and stuff, it seemed. It was a bit of a businessy sort of hotel, which was quite good for having a stitching event. There's a lift to the rooms. The room was lovely, really, really nice bathroom, nice shower. It was a really nice room, nice bed. Did I take it? I don't think I took any pictures of the room. Hopefully somebody else will have done a bit of a better vlog than me on this bit. And then the stitching room was lovely, nice and light, nice and airy. Put all our snacks on the table. And then when we went for dinner, it was actually served in the room next door. So a breakfast was served like in the main restaurant. And you got full English if you wanted, or the healthy stuff. And then lunch was just laid out outside our room, and there was a little separate room next to us where we could go and eat our lunch. So lunch was like an open buffet, which was really decent. I mean, yesterday on the Sunday before we left, it was cottage pie, so that was great to have like a proper meal when you know you're going to be travelling for ages on a train. And then the evening meals were also like set out like a buffet, so you could help yourself and just pick what you wanted. So you have a little bit of everything really. Yeah, the food was not disappointing at all. Coffee was a little bit interesting. Wasn't the greatest tea and coffee to be served, though you could go and buy a coffee from the bar at an extra cost. We did do a Costa run on the Saturday morning, so that was better for us. And yeah, it was really, really nice. Got to sit with all my friends, meet new friends as well along the way. I think this is my 4th retreat now, so yeah, I am getting to know quite a lot of people, which is really, really lovely. And it's nice to meet the new people as well. It's nice to see it's nice to see what everybody else is stitching, getting inspired by people, enjoying what they're doing. It was so lovely. What's the matter, Molly? So the Saturday I just stayed and stitched for the majority, well, for the whole day, to be honest. I don't think I actually left the hotel on the Saturday. I don't think I got any fresh air at all on the Saturday. And then the Sunday, we sort of stitched in the morning, said our goodbyes, had lunch, and then made our way back home. And yeah, it was just perfect weekend. If you are thinking of going on a stitching retreat, just go for it. Everyone's really lovely there. Everyone has come for the same reason. So it doesn't matter what you are stitching. If it's something like the Wrexham one, at least, you know, there's not a theme to it. So you can bring whatever you like, whether you're a Haid person or a kit person or a Mirabilia person, a chatelaine person, you know, anything you stitch, then just bring it and you can do it. And everyone's just like so interesting because they've all got such different styles, and it was lovely. I enjoyed it so much. I would like to go again next year if it is on, but probably only because only if, sorry, it is based in a school holiday. So it might be, because it's a pain for me in a school holiday. If it's not in a school holiday, because I miss out on the Friday. So you pay a load of money and then you don't get to do the Friday. So I am pretty much now sticking to retreats that sit in a school holiday, or if I can do a day retreat somewhere. Because it's better for me. So yeah, it was lovely. A really, really, really enjoyable weekend. And yeah, I'm looking forward to going on the next one. I've got a no bam booked for October, and yeah, I can't wait for that one now. Spend all my money again. So yeah, what a lovely weekend it was. Everybody was just fabulous. So what I will do is pop a few names of people's Instagrams or flosstubes to watch down below in my description. I might not pop that up straight away because when I'm doing this on my phone it's a bit of a faff. But I will do in due course. I will be adding people, or just come on my Instagram page and I can tag a few people on there and things. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. about 2 weeks ago, I hit the 800 marker, but then it turns out that the bots were on a bit of a coach trip, and I hit 800 and then I went back down again, and I was like, oh, for goodness sake. And I really, really would like to push this little channel forward and get to that happy little 1000 mark, because I put a lot of love and effort into this, and I'm going to be doing a lot of different videos again now. I've had a bit of a breather and I feel a bit more energized now. I feel a bit more enthused to get things done, but it is a bit of a flop when you see things go up and then go down again. You're just a bit like, oh my god, what have I done wrong this time? But no, it's great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and being here, and enjoy my videos. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any questions about retreats. Let me know which of my purchases was your favourite, and just say hi. And I like replying to your comments. I like the interaction. I like seeing everybody underneath. So yeah, I'm going to come back to you soon with some more videos. I've got an arty one planned. I've got a an embroidery one planned for the course that I'm on, and I might do a couple more cross stitchy ones along the way, and I'm going to try and keep the dream alive. I won't have much of a schedule because I'm a very random person. My life does a lot of different things all the time, so I cannot stick to a schedule. But if you click the bell, that means that when I do upload a video, then you'll get a notification that it's up. So don't you worry if it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, you'll get a little video from me. So thanks for being here. Keep smiling, keep stitching, and I will see you again soon. Bye. This is the table of finishes, but also what I forgot to do was thank Lynn and Gina for organising such a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It has been such a fantastic weekend, and if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't have happened. So thank you, and enjoy looking at these finishes. None of these are mine.